Tucker. I'm the Director of Family Services today with Susan and Maribeth Rheingruber. Susan and Maribeth live in Joliet. They've been married for 9 years, and Maribeth was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease 3 years ago at the age of 57. And we're here today to talk to them about their experience, and we're very grateful that they're willing to share with us and talk to us about their experience. So, Maribeth, what has your experience been like having young onset Alzheimer's disease?
Frustrating, mainly. Frustrating with, for like simple things that I used to, I was really, really good at and that I, can't do anymore, or I have trouble with doing. Spelling. I kind of stutter now sometimes. I don't sound nearly as intelligent as I used to because I can't find my words. And all of that's very, very, very frustrating to me. And for me, it's embarrassing. And I know that's just, by problem, but still it is. Just things like that, mainly. It's been, I have to get it in my head and just live with it, but I still haven't done that yet.
Sure. And Susan, what's your experience been like?
Primarily, it's been scared. I'm afraid, of course, of the unknown. We don't know how this is going to progress, in what way. And there's some financial worries, of course, with long-term. How is she going to progress to the point of needing further long-term care than, an institution per se, but if I'm unable to take care of her, for the most part, it's just been scary, really.
Okay. And what are some of the other challenges that you have faced?
Honestly, I think my biggest challenge is just coming to terms with it. And accepting actually that I have it. Because I still try to do things that I used to could do with absolutely no problem whatsoever. And now I try to do it and I get so frustrated and confused and I can't do it. And it ends up just really upsetting me because I don't understand why I can't do it. So, and I need to really come to terms with there's a reason I can't do it, and you know what the reason is. You need to accept that and just, I need to, in my support group, someone said, and I've been saying this to myself almost every day since, that look at it like I'm wasting the time that I have left, getting angry and getting upset and all that over things that I can't do, and just come to terms with it and acknowledge it for what it is and let it go and just go with it day by day.
So you mentioned that you're in a support group. Can you guys share a little bit about your involvement with the Illinois chapter?
It's been with the Zoom primarily, with the young onset Alzheimer's. She has her group, and then me as her caregiver. I have my group immediately following, and that's been our primary involvement with the chapter. I have reached out in the forums some to try to get different options and ways to look at things and that type of thing. That's primarily what our involvement with the chapter has been thus far.
Mm-hmm. And Maribeth, how has the support group been for you? Has it been helpful for you? Has it been helpful for
Yes.
both of you?
I actually look forward to mine every Wednesday, because I'm feeling quite close to everybody in there, because I feel like, number one, I'm understood, and I can say anything about it, and they all seem, everybody seems to understand or laugh about it or something. There's a lot of laughter and shaking of heads and things along that line. So I mean, I love it because and since I've been diagnosed, it's the first time that I've been able to talk to a group of people and not, talk to a group of people freely.
Mm.
Because, I had been shutting down when we were in a group, because of my stuttering or looking for words and things like that. I had been just kind of standing there not saying anything and let her do all the talking, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we can sit there and take 5 minutes to look for a word if we need to. So it's really, really nice. I enjoy it quite a bit.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad that we're able to have that group and that you have a place to talk about your experience. I mean, the first time in 3 years, that's really significant. That says a lot. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about your experience, or what would you like people to know about having young onset Alzheimer's disease?
Well, obviously, it's going to happen, and there's nothing that you can do, but you're not alone. And that's one of the biggest things about this chapter, this organization, is understanding that you are not alone. And there's no way to know if you're doing something right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. And understanding that there is not makes it easier to accept, I should say. Because I spend a lot of time wondering, am I doing that the right way? Am I understanding that the right way? What if I react this way? Is that wrong? Is that okay? I spend time in that thought process a lot. But there is no right or wrong, and just take a deep breath and take it as you normally would, one day at a time.
One day at a time. That's so true. Any closing thoughts from you, Maribeth?
I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of blank. I just, I wish people could. I know this sounds probably pretty generic, but I wish people could be more aware and more understanding. That that more than likely, if it keeps going like it is, more than likely someone in their family is going to end up with this.
Mhm.
And so I wish they wouldn't wait until it hits that family member, to understand
Mhm.
kind of what's going on, so they can kind of look at other people and recognize the symptoms or whatever, and then just be able to understand it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's pretty big wish, but that's what I would love to see happen.